66 million years ago, a rock the size of a mountain, 10 kilometers wide, screamed through the solar system on a collision course with Earth. It struck the Yucatan Peninsula with the force of 10 billion atomic bombs, plunging the world into darkness and fire. This single catastrophic event ended the 180-million-year reign of the dinosaurs. But what if, by some cosmic fluke, a slight nudge from Jupiter's gravity or a solar flare millions of years prior had altered its trajectory? What if the Chicxulub asteroid had missed? In that alternate timeline, the late Cretaceous period wouldn't have ended. It would have simply continued. The world would remain a hothouse planet, a domain of titans. Tyrannosaurus rex, far from being the final tyrant king, would be just another step in the evolution of hypercarnivores. Its descendants might have become even larger, faster, or perhaps developed pack-hunting strategies to take down the ever more enormous sauropods. The skies would still belong to the pterosaurs, giant leathery-winged creatures soaring over vast, shallow seas, patrolled by monstrous mosasaurs. The evolutionary arms race which had defined the Mesozoic era would have raged on, producing creatures even more incredible and terrifying than the ones we dig up as fossils. But the most significant consequence of this cosmic near-miss wouldn't be about the dinosaurs, but about us. In the undergrowth of their world, a different story was unfolding. Small nocturnal mammals, no larger than badgers, were scurrying in the shadows, living in burrows, and desperately trying to avoid becoming a midnight snack. The asteroid impact was their salvation. It wiped the slate clean, eliminating the giant competitors and predators in one fell swoop. The darkness and cold that killed the dinosaurs allowed these adaptable, warm-blooded creatures to thrive. The Age of Mammals was born from the ashes of the Age of Reptiles. Without that cataclysm, mammals would have likely remained in the margins. The ecological niches for medium and large animals were firmly occupied. There would be no room for saber-toothed cats, giant ground sloths, or woolly mammoths. And most importantly, there would be no room for primates to evolve in the way they did. The evolutionary path that led to apes and eventually to humans required open canopies and forests where dexterity, intelligence, and social behavior were an advantage. In a world still dominated by packs of highly efficient dromaeosaurs, the intelligent bird-like raptors, a slow, fragile bipedal ape would have been an easy meal. The rise of intelligent life might have still happened, but it might not have been mammalian. Perhaps, over millions of more years, the troodontids or dromaeosaurs, already possessing large brains for their body size, would have developed complex societies, tool use, and language. Earth could have become a planet of sentient reptiles. The very landscape of our planet would be alien. The rise of flowering plants and grasses, which define our modern world, was greatly accelerated by the space cleared by the asteroid. Without the impact, the massive herds of herbivorous dinosaurs would have continued to shape the flora, favoring fast-growing ferns and cycads. The vast grasslands that fed our mammalian ancestors might never have appeared. Even the climate would be different. The Cenozoic era saw a gradual cooling of the planet, leading to the ice ages. How would the dinosaurs have coped? Perhaps they would have finally succumbed to this slow creeping extinction. Or perhaps they would have adapted, with feathered tyrannosaurs hunting herds of woolly triceratops across frozen plains. So, the asteroid that brought fiery death from the sky was also a cosmic trigger for new life. That random violent impact is the single most important reason you exist. Our entire civilization, our art, our technology, and our consciousness are all built upon the tomb of the dinosaurs. A miss would have saved their world, but it would have completely erased ours.